If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
To buy our merch. All right, you guys. DJ Nick in the house. The next song up on the list is Brand of Sacrifice, Demon King. Unfortunately, they don't have anything other than official videos up on YouTube. So we're going to have to try our luck and hope that they don't block this video. If it gets blocked or locked out, just hold on because we'll probably be coming back.
Yeah,
it's only happened once where they shut us down like for a while. So hopefully we'll be good and nothing terrible will happen. But, you know.
We shall see.
We got to take our chances, I guess.
Well, the other thing is, Nick has been a DJ on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
So
he's an OG.
We should have done this review a couple days ago, and we had a family situation, and so Nick was pretty understanding about it. So my point is, this is at our discretion, dear listener. Do your best not to try anything official, but Nick is our guy. We reserve the right to take those risks for the homie. Having said that, dear listener, here we go. Brand of Sacrifice. What's the name of the band?
Demon King. Ooh.
Demon King. Demon King, Brand of Sacrifice. Let's go. Yes, Pinky!
That was intense.
Me lucky.
That was very intense.
All you silly plebes who don't get the song, you dumb butts.
I think, look, click this one. What Brooke said. Like two different sounds pulling at each other. I agree. That's exactly what it felt like. It felt like that the song was at war within itself.
It's very good.
Yeah,
It's very good.
I liked that. Ooh.
As far as I could tell, he's speaking about bringing back the powers that have been hidden for eternity, allowing the light to re-enter mankind. Just my interpretation. Philip Black says it was pretty.
Pretty?
Yeah, pretty. That's what he says.
Interesting.
Okay, so what did you think the song was about? I purposely didn't put the thingamajig on there. And I think for now we're still alive, so we didn't get...
I thought it was about a demon king.
We didn't get smoked by the copyright thing yet.
I thought it was about a demon king. Like, this world belongs to me, for I've taken everything, this world belongs to me, I am the demon king. I mean, it seemed pretty self-explanatory.
I control the largest territory in the world that I have conquered, even if it's blood-smeared and defiled. This world belongs to me! The world belongs to me, for I've taken everything, the world belongs to me, I am the demon king. Life in this world, it's all darkness, I will reign over this unclean world. Good Lord. I will ascend. Survival is based on my devotion. I will depend on none other than myself. I will instill fear in the masses. So begins the reign of the Demon King. What year was this? What year was this song written? How dare you? How dare you say you're the Demon King?
2021.
2021? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Hold on. Go back to that thing. Let's see. Demon King, Animal, and Altered Prophecy of the Falcon.
Perfect world.
Mm-hmm.
Corridor of Dreams. Ooh, corridor.
Let's see. We will continue. I will depend on none other than myself. I will instill fear in the masses. So begins the reign of the Demon King, the great emperor with the viperine composure, cultivated through the slaying of my enemies. Even when they dare follow the hawk of light, they will have no choice but to submit. I have brought this to fruition with my own hands. I will make the world a prison. I will ascend. Survival is based on my devotion. I will depend on none other than myself. I instill fear. What are the chances that I break, come to my senses, or annihilate? I've gained the power of the God hands. So what am I so afraid of? What is this raw energy? I won't survive this. My mind is deceived. Decimate every deity I have transcended. I have depended on myself alone. I'm losing my mind.
I've lost everything.
It's true. Everybody who completely depends on themselves alone is insane. Or anybody that thinks that is insane.
Oh.
So there's no other way other than insanity to have that kind of philosophy in your life. I will ascend. Survival is based on my devotion. I will depend on none other than myself. I will instill fear in the masses. Ha ha.
I mean...
Interesting. Go ahead.
I mean, it just sounds like a demon coming into power. Like...
Yes, it could very well be.
What do you think? What do you think that this is about Trump? No, I feel like you're going to go in some weird angle with this.
No, I don't think it's about Trump. I did have an angle. I'm not particularly certain how strange the angle is that I have, but I do have an angle on it.
Because for me, it's just like it's about a demon king. You know what I mean? Like I literally, where else would I go with that? Well, but you always have like these places that you take.
Well, we just got done reading about Apollyon and how it's very likely that Apollyon in Revelation, who is a demon king, is probably talking about Titus Vespasian.
Yep.
And from a biblical perspective, every time you have a demon king, there's always a human counterpart to that demon king. So. Yeah, I understand it's simple to a degree, but I'm not sure that that's the only thing he's talking about. Because the thing is that this Demon King has got some chinks in his armor. What are the chances that I break? Come to my senses or annihilate. I've gained the power of the God hand. So what am I so afraid of? So you've got this Demon King who seems to have omnipotent power, but he's afraid. And he's breaking, and he admits that his mind is deceived and that he will not survive this. He says, I will not survive this. My mind is deceived. So Can you see a regular demon saying that, like
No.
having that kind of cognitive dissonance? I don't know. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure that that that's the case. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he's definitely talking about himself, but I think he's also having an honest moment and realizing that he's probably not as strong as he thinks he is.
Yeah.
Because you can be a tyrannical person and dominate your little area of influence, but internally, the things that it takes, the things that you have to do, and the mindsets that you have to be the kind of person that dominates your area of influence that way, makes for, you can depend on it that people that have that mentality are massively insecure people. People are just out on scorched earth and death and destruction doing all that shit so that they can have uncontested rule are massively insecure people, because if they were secure in their ability to dominate their area, they wouldn't need to eliminate everybody else.
And they wouldn't need to run everybody by fear.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want
So
to...
you think Nero was like wildly insecure?
Oh yeah, all those world dictators are massively insecure people.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, for sure. That's why they have such a drive to dominate other people and to take away their freedom, because that way they won't have to deal with any sort of, opposition to them. Like emotionally, they can't handle opposition. They can't do it. And so they have to, they're not very confident in their powers of persuasion, because they don't believe that people are going to listen to them. If you were convinced that people were going to listen to you and that you could persuade them to adopt your view and to take actions based on the adoption of that view, then why would you go and kill them and try to make example of people who don't do that?
Yeah.
So, I think, the term demon, it's like, oh, you're a badass, and king means you have authority. Mm-hmm. And so when you put those two together, it's like, yeah, this is a badass with authority. But in reality, he's extremely insecure. He's self-deceived and he's delusional, and at some point he's at the edge of sanity and he knows he's about to break.
Jeez.
What are the chances that I break?
Yeah.
Come to my senses or annihilate. I've gained the power of the God hand, so what am I afraid of? What is this raw energy? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he wants to decimate every deity that he believes he's transcended. But if you've really transcended every deity, you don't need to decimate them.
Yeah. That's a good point.
You don't need to kill, like for example, in the plagues, God says, "I'm gonna enter into judgment against the gods of Egypt," and he just embarrassed them. He didn't annihilate them. He just said, "Okay, let's have a contest. We'll have a contest on the state of Egypt, and I'll just embarrass you, so that when the Israelites are crossing over to the Promised Land, Rahab says, our folks heard what your God did to the gods of Egypt. Like, Yahweh's not to be fucked with." But you need opposers to demonstrate that. But if you're supremely confident in yourself, you're like, yeah, bring them out. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, so people who walk around and are that harsh and want to just completely annihilate people and destroy opposition, they're destroying opposition because they know that they're weak. Anytime you see somebody that wants to completely and totally annihilate all their opposers, it's because they're totally weak. Like, you want the best on the other side. You want the best on the other side so that you can demonstrate that you're better than them. You don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to compete against weaker people. You want to compete against the best. So that
if you think you're the best,
believe yourself to be the best.
Yeah. But Tanya Harding, she went after old Nancy Kerrigan there with the stick. You know what I'm saying? That's because she didn't think she had an in her to win to get to the.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
So, yeah, man, that's what it looks like to me anyway, and and that's one of the reasons why the bully is always a bitch when you really test him. It's very rare that when the bully gets confronted. It's very rare that when you square up with the bully and you show the bully that you're not afraid of him, it's very rare that the bully's like, oh, okay, let's do this shit. Usually when you put the screws to the bully, they, is because they were insecure the entire time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with Americans that Americans don't understand. Americans don't understand people outside of America's perception of them. People don't. They don't. And people overseas don't understand American self-perception. You know, your average American has no idea as to how empirical and domineering we are on the planet. They don't get it. They don't understand where we've strategically set up bases and strategically are dominating other people's foreign waters. Mm-hmm. They have no idea.
Yeah.
They have
When
no idea.
I took my trip overseas, I was at like a kids camp, and so the kids, they didn't obviously share the same political views as their parents, most of them, because they were teenagers and they really didn't care about their parents' opinions on stuff. And so I was from America, and they were celebrating that. They asked me if I knew the Olsen twins. I mean, this is like 10 years ago.
If you knew the Olsen
if
twins?
I knew them personally. I was like, no.
I mean, I personally know the
Um,
Olsen twins. Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to know if I knew them or if I had met Britney Spears. Like, that was like the big thing that the girls were
The
all
dudes were asking
No,
you,
no,
or
no,
the
the
girls?
girls.
Allahu Akbar. We've exported Britney Spears to the
Yeah.
world. Oh God, that poor girl.
So yeah, so because I was around the kids and they were very celebratory of that I was from America, I thought everybody was on the same page. That I didn't realize that there were people that didn't like Americans, and we ended up having to hitchhike. Just kind of weird now that I
What?
think about it.
You never told me this story.
I did. I've said it on the stream before too. So we had a hitchhike, and the guy that was driving, this guy Andrew was in the car with us, and Andrew was like, yeah, he's like, I'm from Canada, and the guy was very happy that he was a Canadian, and so they were talking about that, and so I thought that I was gonna get the same sort of celebration when I said that we were that me and Joe were from that we were from America. I was like, yeah, we're from America, and the guy, like, I'm not joking, he went dark. His face, like, I saw it go whoosh, and I was like, oh my gosh. And as I was saying it, I saw like Andrew get like his posture changed like a smidge before I said where we were from. And I thought to myself, yo, he looks like I shouldn't say this, but why would I not say this? It doesn't make any sense. And then I said it. And then like the energy in the car was really weird. And I thought to myself, well, hopefully we survive this. We did.
Is this a liberal guy, that Andrew guy?
Liberal?
The last name G?
Yeah. No.
He's not liberal. Or he doesn't have the last name
It's
G.
funny because they both, no, he's not liberal.
He does have the last name G.
And it's
though.
not, yeah, he does.
Okay.
But
Okay.
are you thinking of the one that I've had messaging battles with?
Yeah.
Or no, it's not him. He was the president of the class of pub.
Okay, so the Andrew G guy was the.
No, Andrew W was the one that I always have like those, you know. He's still having his downward because of all being around that environment. It was just so terrible. Like he's still, you know, he's going through the ringer right now.
Still
So
a
yeah,
Christian?
I believe that he is, but at this point he doesn't look like he is. But I have high hopes.
Gotcha.
You know,
Gotcha. But he wasn't the one in the car. It was the G guy.
No. It was Andrew G, and he. But it was just a very weird environment because I was like, whoa. And then when we left, I said, why did that happen? Like, what happened? And then Andrew was like, not everybody likes Americans. Like, you know, we've dominated the planet. Like, people want, and I was like,
yeah,
I didn't realize like all of it, like a lot of the things that we've been doing because I've never really been into politics. So, yeah. So that was like a weird thing.
What was the name of this song again?
Brand of Sacrifice, Demon King.
Yes, he says at the end, I will ascend, decimate every deity. Okay, so we pretty much have all the lyrics here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. I mean,
it was heavy. I liked the lyric video, the way that he the vocal style I think matched the topic, and the coloring and everything on the video. I enjoyed that as well. I would like to see actually what the artist actually looks like, because
what was the name of the band? Demon King?
Yeah, no, that was the name of the song. Brand of Sacrifice.
Okay.
In my mind, he was You know, on Lord of the Rings, that creature that they
Orc?
like, the orc, yeah, like kind of like the main orc.
You racist.
He kind
bastard.
of looked like an orc to me, but I didn't really get to see him.
All right, that's them.
Oh, okay. He doesn't look like an orc at all.
Not at all. He's serious as fuck though. But
Yeah,
he's-
he is.
Yeah,
he is.
he ain't
Yep.
no orc.
Yep.
Racist. All right, what do you get the score? What do you score it?
Ooh. 8.7.
Americans are deeply loved everywhere, especially after their atomic bombs, etc. I'll give it a solid 8.8. This is one of those ones, especially the breakdown, where if you listen to it 4 or 5 times, you really, really jam to the breakdown. The breakdown was like purposely offbeat and things like that, and not continuous with the energy, but that's on purpose. Those kinds of breakdowns are like that. So you got to listen to them a little bit over and over and over again. But there you are, Dylan. I give it an 8.8. What did you give it?
I think I gave it an 8.7 or an 8.9. I don't know, babe. Don't ask me twice. I already gave my number.
There you are, dear listener. If you are still in the stream like a good person and you're not a square, we still have more music coming your way, dear listener. If not, you can check us out again at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Having said that, dear listener, Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.